Hey gamers, let me start out by saying internet's been a little fucky today. A little bit in and out. Look at this guy. Do not trust this cute little face. That's the face my computer is making as it fails to have a consistent and reliable internet connection. Fucky, but in a bad way. Yeah, that's an important clarification to make. It's just been a little fussy. It's been a little bit of a fussy baby today. Speaking of fussy baby, Hoops, Detective Hoops says Hoops Jr. got their first big round of vaccines today and had to get blood drawn. So needless to say, they have been screeching mess for the past 30 minutes. But I'm proud to say they finally passed out on my chest while we were watching this weird ass game. Aww. I also got vaccinated today. I got the first of a 2-part hepatitis B vaccine. And I screamed for 30 minutes straight. But I feel okay. You know what? It's not true. I do feel sleepy. And I have to assume it is because of the vaccine. Well, with Syrup, I've got great news. Some of us have been here for every part of this game, and we also don't know what's going on. So, boop. You swear your Hep B was in 3 shots? I think after 2, they do a test maybe to confirm it hits, or maybe I'm just getting a more recent dose. The nurse was like, yeah, come back in 6 months. And it was like, deal. I said, pump me full of whatever health juice you've got. Whatever magical health potions you can pump my body for, I want them. And she was like, this is the only one you need, ma'am. I was like, can you give me a whooping cough vaccine? And she was like, do you need a new tetanus? And I was like, no, I checked. And she was like, then you don't need a whooping cough. You probably got them at the same time. You probably don't need to re-up it. And I said, okay. That's actually the exact opposite energy we had. She was so cheery and chipper. She was like dialed up to 12. Her vibes were just like so cheery and so positive. And I was very much like, please just put a needle in me. And she did. She did as I asked. Is this the most recent save? No, it's hard to say. I feel like we were in a different place. Hey. Did I not save when I closed out? That doesn't seem likely. We'll go to an autosave. I really thought, I'm so certain I saved before I closed out. Okay, I think this was when we learned that, okay, yeah, this is exactly where we ended. That's weird. Okay. One in each arm with syrup? I like doubling up on one arm so that I'm just like, one arm empty, one arm dead. One arm pumped full of magical vaccination juice. Okay. What do I say? What do I even say about this game? Like, honestly. You also do one in each? Boom, boom. That's smart. If you have a reaction, you know which one it's from. That's a very smart way of doing that. Nurses always give me... This was not my plan when I got it, but I've got my Memento Mori skull tattoo in basically the exact place I normally get vaccinations. The nurse today went a little higher, but normally they jab it right into the face of this bad boy, which I love. I think it's a perfect use of a Memento Mori. Okay. No pun included. Thank you for the Prime subscribe. Okay, let me think about... I don't even know how to describe what's happening in this game. We're currently in a game within a game within a game. Do they target the skull eye holes? I think 1 or 2 have, but mostly they're just like, oh, another arm. Jab, jab. So we play a programmer in this game who has created an AI called BMK, or BMK. And it was supposed to be a game, and we let our cousin Tim, aka Marmoset, play with it. And they kind of dual evolved, or Tim's influence involved the game such that it was no longer really reacting to our inputs. It was sort of evolving in a way we didn't expect. And so we've been going through sequential versions of... You're already confused. It doesn't get better. We've been going through sequential versions of an area. One was a dungeon. One was our apartment. One was that playground that we saw briefly, and which I expect we'll see again in this next section. And it seems like we are in sequential kernels of a world, an AI-generated universe, and we're trying to get out. Like, we're trying to get our way back to whatever reality exists outside of the simulation. And we successfully argued with our demon cat. Oh boy, it's confusing, huh? Just like the real world? Exactly. We successfully trapped our demon cat, who is our son, who is the computer, who is Beamkey. And told that cat that we really wanted to get out of here. We didn't want to be in the simulation anymore. And they're not letting us out, but they are letting us hop into the bodies of other people in the simulation. Not killing them. We know we're not killing them because we met one of them. This first person we met when we were playing as the second person. So we're not destroying them, but we are altering like their brainwaves within the AI pretty significantly. And I think when we have like hopped into... Yeah, Mechtel, I'm doing it and I'm with you. I'm the one perpetrating this and I am also with you. When we port into people, I think those are what the rats are. I think the rats are maybe people who are aware that they're in a simulation or who have like ported into other people's bodies. Detective Hoops! This makes me miss the fuck out of What the Car. That's so real of you. Rats seem to have the ability to detect other rats. And when we left this guy's body, he seemed to have developed some like physical characteristics of rats, and said that he was now able to detect when other people had been possessed. The second person, Desmond, that we possessed was this guy's father, which we learned at the end of that segment, which was crazy. And now we're gonna be Elaine, who I don't know it is. We also have our assistant in filling out... Geo's died. What the Golf is incredible. If you haven't played What the Golf, it is very similar to What the Car in that it is extraordinarily funny. We've got an assistant who helped us create Beamkey named Valerie. He also seems to be trapped in here. She gets excited when anybody else has the same name. That's really sweet, actually. I think Elaine is such a lovely name. What else? Is there anything else to mention about this game? There was a city, and the city was attacked. It does seem by bombs. And there was quite a lot of war-based imagery around it, but we don't really have context on what that is or what's happening. But I think what we're supposed to piece together is that because of this war, which has harmed quite a lot of people, including our character and our character's children, my guess is maybe that Tim was injured in that, and Bimkey went into overdrive and set up the simulation so that he would be safe and unharmed. The simulation in what is a very interesting meta commentary on video games, in the simulation, children cannot be injured. They've made a point of calling that out once or twice. All right, I think that's everything. I think that's everything that I can possibly communicate to you about this game and about what is happening in it. Which is to say, it's not adequate. Oh, maybe that save file was accurate. Okay. Hi there. Hi. Oh, hello, Marmoset. Have we met before? Yes, we have. You just don't remember. I see. Okay. You won't believe me, but we have really met before. My name is Elaine. Pleased to meet you too. Why are you wearing sunglasses? I'm one of the rats, Marmoset. That's why I'm hiding my eyes. I see. Well, nobody cares here on the other side of the wall. You know what? I gave this kid Marmoset some cigarettes a couple days ago in the game. I wonder if I could get a cigarette off him now. What I wouldn't give for a cigarette right now, huh? I heard that smoking is bad for your health. That's true. You heard the right thing. Never ever start smoking. I won't. But, you know, I have a pack of cigarettes here. Oh my god, where did you get those from? From me. He got them from me. From a friend. Well, a guy I know. He gave them to me for safekeeping. But I think I can give them to you. He won't mind. Are you sure? Yep, take it. Thank you, little guy. Anyway, your friend shouldn't smoke either. If you say so, I'll tell him that. You won't. 'Cause that's me. Oh, great. I got some ciggies now. How'd you end up here? I don't know. The same way you did, I guess. Don't you dare. Oh. Did the stream die? Can you still hear me? Okay. Yeah, a bit. What could be happening? You can hear me, okay. This might be another sort of thing. This happened once before where the stream ended for Twitch but not YouTube for reasons I could never figure out. Am I still visible on YouTube? It did go down altogether for a second, but now I just can't see the game move at all. I paused the game. Oh man, I can't believe it's doing this again. I can't believe it's doing this thing again. What a nightmare. Yeah, I'm totally back on YouTube, but not on Twitch. Oh, that's so annoying. I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, the only solution I really have is I might have to shut down and restart the stream, which will lead to a new stream instance. I'll drop a link so you can hop over. But I think that's all I can do. This is so annoying. I hope this doesn't happen again. Last time this happened, it happened like a couple of times. It happened a couple of times. Waffleicious, I'm working on it. Oh my god, did everybody from Twitch come over to YouTube? The closed captioning also stopped, so it was OBS. It might be an OBS issue. Yeah, this is, it's so strange. I'm sorry, you're Waffleicious on YouTube and with syrup on Twitch. That's really funny. That's really, really funny. Hi. Hi, everybody from Twitch is coming over to hang out on YouTube. That's really funny. I think the only thing I can really do, well, okay, let me click start streaming and let's see if that reconnects Twitch. it might make me disconnect entirely. So I'm going to press it and we'll see what happens. Am I back? I'm back on Twitch. Wait, did it... Oh, did the YouTube stream come back? Oh, that's fascinating. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think everybody's back. The last time I did this... The wall's back up between Twitch and YouTube. The people that hopped over to YouTube on Twitch are returning. That's fascinating. I feel like the last time I did this, YouTube made me have a new instance of... I feel like it made me have a new instance of the... stream. I'm so perplexed. I mean, but the closed captioning is back up. That's interesting. Well, so I have the closed captioning. Hold on, let me. The closed captioning has a setting that closed captioning has a setting where you can make it not closed caption when you're not live, and it's just like one of those little security things that's like, make sure it doesn't record me reading out loud my social security number immediately before going live on stream, like I love to do. So it's just like a little security feature. But that's interesting because even though I was still live on YouTube, it didn't think I was live at all. I don't know what information that gives me. I don't know what that actually tells me. Yeah, this is actually all part of the metagame of CENTUM. So, hims and haws, that would be crazy. What if I went live once and the stream that was happening on Twitch was different from the stream that was happening on YouTube? It was the same game, same run through, but for some reason I was different on the two of them. That'd be so spooky. That would be so fun and spooky. YouTube was nice, very welcoming. Yeah. They're lovely people, Anxious Stoeber, and vice versa. YouTube chat, Twitch chat says hello, and that they enjoyed spending time with you. All right. Is this a maniac mansion? It looks like a fancy maniac mansion. No. No, what this game is, I genuinely can't even begin to put into words. I attempted earlier, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't feel like it went well. Olivia says you're welcome back anytime, and that they're very chill over there, Twitch. Okay. We're all back. That's the long and short of it, and we're not going to have any more technical issues this stream. You need to be able to teeth at any given moment. Yeah, I posted this in the Discord, but I'll tell you as well. I got a pop up on Discord that was like, the emote that people are using the most on other channels is holes, holes, holes. Which I was like, oh boy. Oh boy, of course they are. Spreading holes near and far. Nora, yeah, you missed all the chaos. The stream went down in a weird way again, and everyone from Twitch piled over on YouTube, which was pretty fun. Okay. Woo. Tim says, I'm not a 5-year-old, Miss Elaine. I know who the bad people are. We must have said something about bad people while I was clicking back and forth. Hey, Joy. I don't know how to explain it better, but there are bad people and good people. The good man will save us. Really? Who's that man? It's hard to explain, Marmoset. He's a good man. I saw him in the dream. Are we talking about ourselves? Do your dreams always come true? And I wish they wouldn't, little guy. I wish they wouldn't. Let's wait for the good man to come, then. Have you seen any other rats? People that look weird? I have. To be honest, everyone looks weird around here. Anxious Topiary, thank you for the gift sub. Fair point. Good. That means someone managed to escape after all. Then it was not all in vain. You belong here. This is your playground. Yes, but I don't know how to escape this place either. You'll make it sooner or later. I'm not sure if I or anyone else in here ever will. The cat won't let me out. He's guarding me. Meow. He will. Are you sure? I saw it in a dream. Did you? Hey, Beamkey, will you let me out? Meow. All right, Marmoset, I should go now. Yeah, I should be leaving soon, too. It's okay. See you tomorrow. I won't be here tomorrow. Well, that's not a problem. Come back the day after tomorrow. I don't think I can. A dangerous man might come to this playground, and a friend of mine told me not to stay here when he's present. A dangerous man, you say? Let's see who that person is then. I think it's Desmond. I think that's the person we possessed formerly. Are you not afraid? I am. It's a little scary, to be completely honest, but I think I'll make it. Dealing with dangerous people is my specialty, after all. Oh, good to hear it. It's getting dark already. I have to go. Goodbye, Miss Elaine. Goodbye, Marmoset. I have nowhere to go right now, so here we are, me and my unlaid ghosts. This whole thing about escaping the aquarium facility doesn't seem like such a great idea to me anymore. So funny to me. The Twitch chat was so fine with all the talk of vulva piercing, but it was not okay with Prince Albert piercing. And it gets worse with each passing second. It all looked so easy on paper. We plan, we escape, we get the freedom we desire, we see what happens next. Now that next is happening, but there's nothing to see here. Wow, good hog emote hymns. The aquarium, as been mentioned previously, it is some sort of prison or possibly asylum that exists within this game, within a game, the simulation. And it seems to hold a lot of rats, whatever that means. The city is getting ready for the night ahead. It doesn't know that the rats have broken out of their cages yet. The rats do not know what to do with this newfound freedom either. The sun is going down soon. Soon. It will all be over, they said. The little ones were crying. They thought that I had come to stop them. No, I said. I'm here to help you, I said, and they believed me. The twins made them believe. The twins were laughing. They kept saying that their precious good man was following us. Back then, I was foolish enough to think that they were talking about me. So, hey, Emmett. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. These twins, I think, are our character's actual children. And my guess is that we don't like them much because we seem to prefer our nephew Tim a lot more. Let me just go ahead and approve another Prince Albert piercing reference. Anxious Topiary, thank you for the gift sub for Geosty. I was wrong. I'm not a man, and by no means am I a good person either. It is too late for me to change. It's never too late to transition. Did I fall asleep? The city is usually full of noise and light even at night, but today it looks eerily tranquil, like a predator watching its prey before taking a leap. Are there any little rats? This black hole in the wall is such an eyesore. I'd love to cover it up with something, but I guess that won't help much. This is what happens when you ask an AI to design a playground. There's a swing and there's a bench. Great, the computer did its job. Well, there's nothing else to do but loiter. Wait, I want to check out. I have to think my next steps through. I cannot stay on this playground for the rest of my life, after all. I can't, there's no drawing to click. Alright, well, I guess I need to take a little nap. I'm gonna be honest, I love when games let me take a little nap. I love when there are in-game consequences to taking a little nap, and I love when those consequences are you gain health and you feel refreshed. This doesn't feel like a reward. I loved visiting my grandparents' farm so much when I was little. The never-ending chaos of the big city that never sleeps would scare me rather than fascinate. When I grew up, I understood the reason for that, and that realization filled my heart with hate. Still, this was a long time ago. For some reason, I quite like the city now. I'm sorry for it, and I'm sorry for myself too. Why is that so? I have no idea. I don't want to talk to any of these horrible men. A rat hole? Or maybe it's just a hole in the wall. Why am I even thinking about it so much? A mental trick. You won't see the rust and mold if everything around you is covered in paint. Here's Desmond. This is who we were last cycle. Hello there, sweetie. You look horrible. Can you specify the exact degree of horribleness? A lot worse than I remember, that's for sure. Time is kind to no one, I suppose. You aren't getting younger by the day either. Your attitude hasn't changed one bit, though. Something has to remain strong in this crazy world. Something starts to stink, revealing its true nature. Something that has to be hidden. A pair of sunglasses does the job, isn't it? Why are you here? Is this another one of your tests, Inspector Elaine? What do you think? I think that things went completely haywire when the aquarium cracked. Everyone's still panicking. And you can't think of anything better than trying to lure the rats back. Well, I'll be an easy enough target. It doesn't matter if you think I'm crazy or not. By the way, shouldn't you be logging this interview somehow? Where's your recorder? I'd love to, but where is my recorder? Take your time. I'll be waiting. Hey, do you have my recorder? I just know I'm gonna click on this man. And his face is gonna be rivers of blood. Okay. I mean, it's not great, but it's not as bad as I was expecting. But it's not great. My pleasure, Miss Elaine. What brings you to our humble abode? Are you on a business trip? You look different from what I remember. I act as the face of an official body. The manner in which I choose to act depends on the circumstances. These bloodstains, though, they are disturbing. Please listen carefully, Miss Elaine. A drastic increase in the frequency of rather peculiar events has been recently observed around these parts. My personal stance on the cause of these needs to remain undisclosed for now. Why is that so? It is so, Miss Elaine, because said events appear to be mere aftershocks of a way bigger disaster, and an exceptionally unfortunate one at that. This reeks of big trouble, and I don't need any here in my area of responsibility. Alright, okay, dude. Good. It is my duty to gather information and compile a report, but I may honor our long-lasting friendship by pretending that you are on a business trip here. Still, I wholeheartedly hope that your personal matter will not turn out to be stemming from that kind of trouble. Anything else? I have no context on this thing. This creature. Thank you, Hoops. I have no context on what the fuck this dude is all about. Or what official body he represents, if any. Good day. Not exactly. I have some personal matters to attend to. Taking care of personal matters usually means going on an indefinite unpaid sabbatical. Is everything all right? Please do not take this as an attack on your privacy. I'm simply surprised that an exceptionally valuable specialist like you ended up on the other side of the wall. This dude reminds you of Off the Game? I'm not familiar with this game. Hold on. Is Googling Off the Game gonna get me anything? I don't know. Off is a weird indie darling? I've not heard of it. If anyone knows of a better search word than off game, I would accept it. You might as well assume a person whom you took care of is right here at the moment. The phrase to take care of someone has many different meanings, but I cannot recall a single negative one. Can you? Anything else? I love his moms. It's really funny. They say the only thing I know about off is that once you finish it, you have to tell everyone you beat off. The exclamation point is part of the title. Okay. Okay. Interesting. We'll have to check out whatever this is. Okay, I was going to say there is an off on Steam that has the vibes of being an indie darling in that it reminds me of or looks like it inspired Undertale. That's the energy I get from it. I think Mortis Ghost is the right one, Kidney. That's my guess. It's a French RPG Maker classic. Oh man. That much is true indeed. Oh, what's happening to the music? Oh. That music was from the off Steam page, which thought it was okay to autoplay some music. I thought something really scary was about to happen in this game. Did it break? Did you lose it? Did some filthy thief steal it from you? Well, fret not. We are here to accommodate any and all needs of our fellow official representatives. Here, take this. Thank you. Always glad to be of assistance. Oh, is this a recorder? Thank you, Lunk. I will take this recorder. Beautiful, beautiful. Your appearance suggests that you might not be in your best shape right now. Do you have no accommodation? Yes, I think I've overstayed my welcome here a bit. This is perfectly normal. Most people around these parts do. Still, we are more than willing to oblige. Just step through the door and then we will take matters in our own hands. Count me in if you can manage to provide. No. I'm alright, thanks. I'm sure I'll manage on my own. I won't force you, but I suppose you already know what to do if you need anything. Just enter the door. That will be all. Until then, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Good luck, Elaine. Alright, I've got a recorder now. Well, hello there, sweetie. I am ready to record everything you're willing to tell me. That's wonderful. Turn this thing on, then. Turn on the voice recorder. That's wonderful. The recorder is on. You may begin. This is Desmond Rothman speaking, First Lieutenant in retirement, officially considered missing in action, unofficially considered a test subject, and detained in our lovely aquarium. You know full well that I'm a dangerous criminal, a serial killer. What you have no idea is how I became one. You're right, my knowledge on the background of aquarium alumni is rather limited. This is not your fault, Inspector. You were working with the kids mostly, and my cell was a couple floors down. Do you remember the war? What does he want from me, Binky? What war? Uh-huh. With autumn right around the corner, the bastards started acting weird. They must have realized we were coming to kick them out of our country feet first. Their financial support dwindled, the border was closed and heavily guarded, their drug and human trafficking ventures weren't nearly as lucrative as before. My brother died on the very first day. These fuckers tortured him. Didn't let him die for God knows how long. I knew about it firsthand. They made one of my classmates watch, too. That girl had only recently turned 17, I think. 16 even, perhaps. What was her name again? She sent 3 of my comrades to heaven come in less than a minute. She had a keen eye, that little bitch. A very keen eye she had. Fortunately, it didn't take us long to find a rat in the village who would tell us everything we needed to know. We took the girl by surprise when she came to the river to get some water. She had a little sister by her side, a freshly bruised right shoulder, and a surprisingly strong bite for someone so fragile. We searched their house, but to no avail. Then our senior lieutenant Fedorov grabbed the little one in his left hand and his pistol in the right and told their mother this: "Tell us where your elder daughter hides her rifle, or else I'll start with this one." It was already very persuasive, so he didn't have to repeat it twice. That woman shouted everything to us willingly. Damn it, what was her name again? What am I even talking about? So yeah, our squad was tasked with a cleanup mission. They said that the air rifle was already taken care of major threats. Well, it was a ruse. There weren't any proper soldiers in that village, but the locals were quick to respond to our shots with their own. About 24 civilian casualties. Like the old square incident? I have no idea what happened at the old square. I wasn't there. There was a guy in our squad. He clearly had some rabid bats in his belfry. Not an ounce of fear, not a single sign of self-preservation instinct. A purebred killing machine, big, strong, and unquestioning. I've only seen him cry once, on that very day. There was an old woman in that village, too. She was nursing something that had probably been her granddaughter at some point, howling like an animal, with all signs of sanity gone from her dead, horrifyingly empty eyes. I've never heard anyone curse as infernally as she did. I still think what happened to me was in no small part to her black magic or something. I woke up 3 days later with my throat burning. I would have killed for something to drink, but my flask was empty, so I asked my comrades for water. Someone handed me a mug. The jug on the table was full of blood, too. I remember filling it from a local well and drinking fresh cold water out of it just a few hours ago. At first, it all looked like a stupid joke, but I couldn't find any water no matter who I talked to. People kept offering me cups, mugs, flasks full of blood. Yeah, Emma, I love the animation in these portions. It's so fluid. The transitions between moments are so fluid. They had their flasks, their jugs, their wells, but none of them had the liquid I yearned for inside. I only saw blood everywhere I went. Even the snow on the ground seemed red to me. The thirst... See, that's wild. The thirst had been burning me from the inside slowly but steadily. I remember chuckling uncontrollably, then laughing out loud, then having a fit of hysteria. Soon the thirst grew into a numbing, aching pain, constantly tugging at my throat and stomach. It all felt like an exceptionally bad dream. I couldn't wait to finally get back to our base. I believed that our medics would help me. Then one of our men got shot, and I couldn't take my eyes away from the hole in his throat. Water was pouring out of it. Clear, fresh water. I jumped on him, sinking my teeth into his neck, and started drinking. I've never felt so thirsty before, nor have I ever tasted water so deliciously still and sweet. Now I understand what it must have looked like to the others. Wild. And, what did the doctors say? It turned out that I wasn't the only one struck by such a peculiar malaise. The doctors remembered at least a dozen similar cases. I asked him how could something like this possibly happen, but he didn't know. When he put 3 glasses on the table and asked me to pick one to drink from, I broke his nose! And then, which one did you drink from? I was medically boarded. They used some negligible injury as an excuse to kick me out, but I saw my dossier. Trauma-induced schizophrenia, they wrote. Did they swap their places in your head? Don Hertzfeld is a good touchstone for that, Joy, yeah. Who? Blood and water. Why are you asking these stupid questions? I've just told you that. I returned to the city. My mother died the week before, so my sister allowed me to live in her apartment. I found a job, worked as a firefighter for a while, saved up enough money to erect a gravestone for my mother, then rented a private flat. I didn't want my sister to know. You didn't want your sister to know you were going to be a vampire? I hooked up with a streetwalker and brought her home. She had been barely hiding a scowl all the time. She must have thought I was nervous because of her. I turned up the volume on my record player, closed the bathroom door behind us, and stabbed her right between the ribs. I was right. The sweetest, most clear, fresh water is the one that gives life to a human. I spent the whole night drinking her to the very last drop. I slept like a rock that night, dreaming of witches reveling all over the city, turning their robes' sleeves into wings and taking... That rat is lounging and talking to rats in the flickering lights of their bonfires. I knew that I would need more soon. There was no turning back. I just knew it. How did you get into the aquarium? All of it ended on one beautiful autumn day. I fucked up. My sister picked the wrong moment to bring some of my clothes back. She had her own keys, and I didn't hear her ringing the doorbell. She didn't want to wake me up, so she left her bag on the couch and opened the bathroom door to wash her hands. She didn't know that I had left a half-finished boy there several hours ago. What did you do to your sister? Nothing. She was my sister, you know? Okay. Gordy Puppin says, oh man, I just learned about the witches use eggshells as little boat superstition, and those witches are definitely tiny little chums who sail in eggshell-coated witches. I've never heard that, but that's very endearing, and I like it quite a lot. Emmett, you're right. He does look like a toony vampire, except for his broad, flat, herbivore-ass teeth. I do mean at herbivore ass as an insult in this case in particular, not in general. Nothing. She was my sister, you know? I cannot tell you how many I've killed. I tried making lists several times, but I kept losing track after a dozen or so. And it says half finished is the worst way to find a boy. You know what's the funniest thing about it? I do not feel any remorse at all. What do you feel then? Do you feel like you're the chosen one? Do you feel like you're better than others? Are you kidding me? I'm very much aware that this curse is still spreading and spreading fast. How long do we have until it all collapses? What do you think? A vampire can eat another vampire perfectly fine. Doesn't that look like the end of the world to you? It's getting late though. I said everything I wanted to, so we can get it over with. Where do you want to spend your nights? It depends. Tonight I'm gonna stay here. I would consider my options very carefully if I were you. Will sleeping with a vampire by your side be more upsetting than asking them to free up a place for you on their bunks? I know full well that rats weren't people anymore. I knew it even back in the aquarium. Is that what awaits me in the end too? Has the Black River always been black? When did its waters turn to blood? Here goes another appalling and utterly pointless comparison. Right from the Gospel book, Jesus was making wine out of water, right? Why are the bread and wine we taste during the sacrament called our Savior's flesh and blood then? Nah, this is getting weird. Humans have always been thirsty for the blood of their neighbors. Well, we all got what we wanted in the end. Ugh! Splashed it at me. Oh boy. Still here, huh? The wall is empty. Oh. Everything will be covered in white soon. Rat and people alike will freeze in the storm. Everyone will freeze. Hey, Desmond. So, you decided to stay. I won't be here for long. I'm staying here for a while, just to see what you're gonna do. This is part of the inspection process. Uh-oh. Are you familiar with the notion of acute experiment? It's when the potential consequences of the subject's actions turn out to be more dangerous than those of inaction. Putting a light bulb into your mouth is a good example. Dropping a bottle with a gallon of nitroglycerin inside on the floor. Spending a night with a vampire. There's no doubt that you will discover something new and possibly groundbreaking, but does the result really justify the means? Can we do something about it, Beamkey? You betrayed our confidence in you, rat. You are not worthy of our mercy. We mourn. Run, Elaine. Run until you see the snow you were longing for. The vampire's path ends here. I humbly ask the relevant bodies to take into account my willingness to cooperate. I have already confessed all my sins frankly to the inspector present here. We are aware. This makes us shudder. When did you find out? We knew all about him since forever. We have only recently scrutinized you. What happens next? The time has come to put an end to all these lies. Keep waiting for your verdict, Elaine. Watch the city you hate so much crumble. Mourn the loss of the city you loved so much. May I ask one last question? Who gave you the clue? Well, you weren't supposed to find us here for at least a couple more days. You already know the answer, Elaine. You know it, rat. Yeah, I do. Beam key, maybe? That's the thing. They say that. I don't actually know. Everything's already been said, so it's time to leave. Alright. I could have run away through the store before. Now the only thing left to do is to hand myself over to them. What are you drawing? What are you drawing? Me? Okay. Okay, Valerie. Valerie is our... Yeah, I'm wondering if that's the prophet. I don't know who... Yeah. Hold on. I'm withdrawing my notebook. It feels like it's got to be the prophet on account of the book. Which I guess would make Valerie the artist, maybe? Because Desmond is definitely the murderer, although he was a soldier. You think 2A was the artist? So that would make Valerie either the warrior or the murderer, but probably the warrior? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But Valerie is our character's assistant in whatever the pre-world was, the real world. They helped us program Beamkey. Valerie said he was a murderer before. Yeah. Do we think that's literal? I guess I thought he was being metaphorical. The city is everywhere, and I'm so tired of it. This place is doomed. I want to leave it as soon as I can. Are things really that bad, or am I simply nervous and lashing out at something conveniently irrelevant and indifferent? Yeah, we met him as 2A. I remember his eye patch. Little clouds in the baby blue sky, the warmth of the morning sun, clear and bright colors. We always try to make our reality look more appealing than it actually is. Hey, kid. Hi, what's your name? I'm Marmoset. That's a strange name. It's a name. So, how are you doing? Fine. What are you doing? Talking to you? I'm sorry, that was a super stupid conversation starter, I know. Desmond did admit to murdering a bunch of people, but he was also a soldier. So I'm wondering if he's going to count as warrior or murderer. Or neither. Maybe they don't match up, and it's just a coincidence that there are 4 of them. That feels unlikely, but I don't mind. Everyone's always talking like this. Friends, relatives, strangers. If I haven't met some relatives for a while, they would usually ask if I'm not sick or something. Fortunately, we are not related, so I won't inquire about your health. Let's talk about something cool. What's your favorite thing to do? I don't know. Drawing? I like drawing, I guess. I just noticed that we've got a gun in our inventory. Are you all alone here? No. There's also a cat. Sure thing. Can't live without a cat, can you? The cat is nice. I named him Beam. Where is Beam now? Somewhere. He's a cat after all. Comes and goes as he pleases. That sounds more like a dog's name. He doesn't protest. Ah! Seen any people around? How have I watched all these streams and missed the inventory? It's usually empty. We don't often have stuff. Sometimes someone comes over. Not too often. You like Beam? It makes me think of BMO, which feels actually very appropriate for the style of Beam. Who wants to play video games? Are there any other kids in here? Why are you all alone? I'm not allowed to talk to strangers, by the way. Well, let's get acquainted then. My name is Valerie. I am Marmoset. What's your real name? Marmoset is not a real name. Rude! I think it's a good name. So that's the people here. I see, got it. Now you have me here as well, I guess. Yes. Can we talk about something else? This is dumb and boring. What's dumb? Talking? Yeah, no. All these, how you doing? How's your health? So dumb. Fine, ask me a proper, not so dumb question then. Tell me about your home. Do you remember it? You go first. It's right here, across the Black River. I saw the Black River. There are places where you won't even be able to swim to cross it. The other bank isn't any different from this one. In the city and its outskirts, yes. But if you go further, there's nothing out there. Everyone knows that. Is this like a golden idol? No. I mean, it's sort of a horror game. So I don't know what this game is like. There is something. I'm sorry, yes, there's nothing out there. Everyone knows that. Emmett says, this game makes me feel like there's a new thing that reminds me of something every other second, in a good way. Well, that's good. So, you say there's something beyond the city? Can we go there? I don't know if we can right now. We're inside the wall anyway. We can't leave. Do you know what the wall is for? To separate whom from whom? To protect us from them. Or maybe them from us. Does it matter? I will find a way to get out of here. I can help you, and you'll show me how to cross the river in return. Deal? I don't mind. We barely know each other. Are you gonna come with me just like that? Are you not afraid? No, I'm tired of being afraid of everything. Alright, Marmoset. Oh, the cat's here all of a sudden. A huge black cat. Hey, Minky. I cannot leave right now. It might be unsafe. A dead city, unaware of its impending destruction. A curse of the Cobra Den? That's a good concept. The curse of the Cobra Jinn. A bench in case I'm in the mood to sit down and rest. Oh, but you're not gonna let me sleep? Can we talk about something else? Well, we already did this. I like stories about home, even if it belongs to someone else. Alright, you told me something, and I'll tell you something too. Our family's home... Do you remember it? Tell me. I see bright blue sky, young green grass, a freshly painted fence, the red tiles of my house's roof, the tree with a swing hanging from its canopy by navy polypropylene ropes. Propylene? I see my son playing in the courtyard. He is 7 years old. I hear my wife calling us. The lunch is ready. I see a kitchen. Wooden panels on the walls smell absolutely divine under the sun rays. I see my wife fiddling with the dishes by the oven, and she opens a pot, releasing a cloud of thick steam, turning her head and giving me a brief smile. She knows that I'm looking at her, and can hardly keep from laughing. I see my son in his room, drawing something with colored pencils. What is it? What's in his drawing? A little man with a sword in his hands, a bear, also with a sword, some slim, pitch-black creature unknown to me. This thing has a sword too. Everyone is armed. What are they going to use all those weapons for? Swords are cool. I ask him about it, and he sketches a dragon in response. Got you there! I see my wife, smiling, pull me to the dance floor by the hand. The whole city is celebrating, having fun and dancing. As usual, I mumble something about how I cannot dance at all. And it's true, but she doesn't care. She never listens to me. This feels like it's catapulting to catastrophe. There's not much to tell, honestly. I had a house, I had a family, wife, kid. Nothing special. That's not special. That's not special? Whatever. I see. Did you love them? Yes. Listen, how can you not love your family? Even if it does sometimes seem like you're ready to kill someone when they're just too annoying. It doesn't matter, you know. You just love them unconditionally, and you know that you always will. Did they abandon you? That's a tricky question, Marmoset. I'm worried. Have good trivia, Hobbs. Where are they now? I don't know. That's what I thought. It's getting dark. Are you gonna leave now? I guess. See you later. Oh, God. Who's prowling in the night? Who's that? Oh. I can shoot the tall man? I'm gonna shoot him. As an American, if gun is an option, I'm gonna gun. I cock the gun. A click. Did you hear a click? Does our guest have a pistol equipped? Yes. Perhaps it's even loaded. I gotta shoot my shot. Is that a speed 6? Right, that's a speed 6 indeed. Our numbers are way greater than the number of bullets in your magazine. Nobody, nowhere, never. We are not leaving empty-handed. I'm sure you understand. But it would be an unwelcome development for us to lose 3 more people. Damn it. They found me even here. There's not as much time left for me as I thought. That's not the tall man speaking. I think it's me. Oh, God. Hey. Why, hello there. What have we here? A newcomer? This is a municipal kids' playground, but you don't look like a kid to me. Good day, sir. I'm here for a reason. We've received a report stating that the amount of art supplies provided to the local children is gravely insufficient. Have you heard anything about that lately? First of all, no, I've not heard anything. Could you please introduce yourself? I'm all ears. State your name and last name clearly. I'm afraid you got me wrong. You're supposed to state your first name and last names clearly, and I am supposed to report your visit to the proper quarter. Or not. Call me Valerie. Pleased to meet you, Valerie. Please be informed that this particular citizen has already finished the set of chalks allocated to him, and we don't print money here. Could you give him a nudge, Binky? Actually, you won't believe me if I tell you that I have some on me right now. Took them by accident. A brand new chalk set, never removed from box. Please pass these to our aspiring artist yourself. Frankly speaking, he scares me a little bit. He is rather hard-headed. The looks he gives me sometimes, just like a small angry monkey, if you ask me. Thank you. It's heartwarming to see a person so generously caring about lonely children. Oh, that's nothing. He can draw whatever he likes. Do you have children, Valerie? Yes, I have a son back in the city. He's only 7 years old. Uh-huh. Anything else? No, I'm good. Is this CENTUM? This is CENTUM. Beautiful, beautiful. Uh-huh. Hey, kid. You want some chalk? Hi there. Good morning, Marmoset. By the way, where do you go at night? Not what you expected? Interesting. What were you expecting? I'm going to murder you when you sleep. That's why... Uh-oh. Why do you ask? I'm going to murder you in your sleep. That's why. What else to do with you? This is stupid. You can kill me right here and now. Nobody cares. I'm just kidding. Don't worry. Me too. I do care. Please don't kill me, Mr. Valerie. I actually just want to give him chalk. Hi. Didn't you say you liked drawing? I did. So what? Here's some chalks. You can draw whatever you like. Thank you. Really, thank you so much. What are you gonna draw? What are you gonna draw? You gonna draw a murderer? What are you gonna draw? Who are you gonna draw? Oh. Yeah, that's me. That's exactly what I look like. Here. What a wonderful drawing. The chalks are a gift from the municipality, by the way. Only the best for our children. Sure, thanks. So right, I trust everything is in order around these parts. The municipal property is not damaged, the child is where he should be, and he even made a friend. You two have fun, and I should go. I'll be back tomorrow. You know the rules. No antisocial behavior, no damage to municipal property. Good luck. Oh my god, is it Valerie? Do you think she's got big ol' rat eyes behind her glasses now? Hello. You're Elaine, I suppose. Right on point. How do you know? Marmoset told me. Ratchet Trinity? Feeling talkative, eh? Well, I guess it would have to come at some point. Were you the one who saved me? Yes, that was you. I remember you. Why are you still scared then? Because I have no idea who you are. My name is Valerie. That's a start. I suppose so. Would you like to know something else? Shoot it. We've got all the time in the world. Why won't you take your glasses off? You got big nasty rat eyes? I'm sick. I don't want to disturb you. Tell me, you attacked the trolleybus guards. You managed to escape, barely getting through the black waters. Why did they banish you? I did a lot of very bad things, Elaine, but they're irrelevant in this case. They banished me because I refused to do what they wanted me to. Who wanted that from you? Who knows? The pawns are not aware of the hand that makes the moves. The pawns only know what they must move forward check by check. They do not need to know anything else. Take your glasses off, Elaine. Let me see your dirty rat eyes. I see. Sincerity for sincerity? Ah ha ha! How do I look? Am I more beautiful like this? I knew she had rat eyes. I knew she had rat eyes. Are you a rat too? That's what they called me. Rat. I'm sorry, Elaine. I didn't mean that, honestly. I don't know what got into me. Just forget it. Sometimes the text is blue, and I think that's actually Valerie speaking, and sometimes it's white. Joy, I'm with you. That has been my experience with the internet tonight as well. Would you like to know something else? I knew she had rat eyes. The official person is gone. I saw it myself. That is precisely why I'm still here. You don't have to inform me about that. You're nervous. You have a good eye for... Oh, I'm sorry. Because I've only got one eye. Don't be. I'm used to it. You're observant, but I'm not nervous because of him. I won't ask you why. There are plenty of other reasons. Unfortunately, I have to get going soon too. That's the rule. Farewell, Valerie. Goodbye, Elaine. I didn't get to ask her everything. I wonder if she wouldn't have that cigarette if we didn't give her cigarettes in the last part. Everyone's gone, Marmoset. I know. Beamkey's away too. Beamkey? He's my cat. I'll be going now too. I have to find my way up. I have my own way of moving around here, but I can't show it to you. Please close your eyes. My eye, sir. Marmoset? Huh? Everything is gonna be alright. Yes, everything is gonna be alright. The wind. The wind is alive. It is howling in the darkness. It is lonely. It is crying, begging for some warmth. Nobody listens, though. And so it keeps on waiting and wailing and wasting precious moments away, all alone. Oh my god, everybody's here. This guy has a knife. This guy's got a ball. There's no art. Did I hear a voice coming out of that hole? Was that another hallucination? Not a single moment, though. Movement inside, though. It's just strangely familiar. I cannot put my finger on it. I simply can't. Hey, big man. What's going on, Deuce? No grudges here, big man. Nothing personal. I'm not working for them, but it just so happened. What happened? Can you do something about it, Beamkey? I know. It just so happened to me and him as well. I hand the rats over to them on a plate and they stopped using me for their... whatever they use me for. A fair deal. No hard feelings, really. A fair deal. Nothing personally. A lot more dialogue than you'd expect to believe from the Steam page? Yeah, I think so too. It's a more, I feel like because I played the demo of this. The demo felt more like it had more puzzle stuff happening. But then when you get out of the first section, it is a lot of dialogue. This was a bad idea from the very beginning. What can you do about it all alone? What can we all do? Stop it, Deuce. I've already told you. Nothing personal. Marmoset pays no attention. He's just sitting there, staring into the wall blankly. Something is wrong. Alright, Elaine won't talk. This guy's got like a knife. That's what I felt like I'd seen more puzzles. Yeah, it does feel like the puzzles were a little front-loaded, and we've entered a portion of the game where there aren't any like puzzles or mini-games so much. Why hello there, what a lucky coincidence that we all gathered here today. Not a coincidence. Not at all, the cat is nowhere to be seen, for instance. Sure he's not. He can feel the rain coming. Must be hiding somewhere. I know where this cat came from. This has nothing to do with rain. I have no idea what you're talking about. Let's cut the small talk since we've all gathered around here. I do not believe in luck. What do you need? That's strange. The likes of you usually rely on luck and superstition. I see. Did you notice that I have a gun? Just some food for thought, you know? This does change some things. Let's cut to the small talk since we've all gathered around here. Okay, okay. What things? What things does that change? Come on, Valerie. Where are your wife and son? And where are my wife and son? Stop it, Beankey. Stop this instant. Your son is in the city, that is true, but your wife... I wonder, what did you tell the poor boy? I hope you lied. Stop, Beamkey, just stop. It might be a little too late for you to simulate delirium tremens at this right now, Valerie. Consider the consequences before jumping into action next time. Let's get straight to the point. I need you to kill someone. I can kill you with my bare hands if I have to. Alright, I think this is answering the question of whether he's the murderer or the warrior. I think the soldier, Desmond, is the warrior archetype, and this is the murderer archetype. Oh my, right in front of an innocent child? How cruel. What's the point of killing me, though? I would come here again in the morning. As I've already told you, our numbers are far greater than the number of bullets in your magazine. I am simply a bunch of pixels. Same goes for young Timothy, better known to you as Marmoset. No, don't stop it. You promised me, Beam. You promised. Could you spare us any more of your feats, Valerie? This is tedious and, to be frank, not impressive at all. Only one person shall leave this place, either you or Marmoset. You have the freedom of choice here. Just look away for a second and leave. Let me leave then, or let him leave. Or let us both leave so we won't bother you anymore. I'm no Oh, man. What about Elaine? Well, you're not going to kill her for sure. She doesn't seem too keen on leaving either. Is it suggesting that killing them is going to kick them from the simulation? He will make his way carefully back home safely. We observe our agreements most carefully. You might as well shoot him too. I suppose another rat on your conscience won't make too much of a difference. By home, do you mean the cage? Where else would we put him? Pests have no other home. Just look away for a second and let me leave then. Or let him leave. Or let us both leave so we won't bother you anymore. You have already open-fired at a municipality-owned kids' playground in the middle of the night. This is prohibited. How can I possibly let you leave after everything that you've done? This is my area of responsibility, after all. You have the freedom of choice here. So if I killed Marmoset, then you'll simply leave this place free to do as you will. It's that simple. Did you make a decision? What the hell? Nobody has the courage to do anything. How do I stop that? Think, Val, think. As I said, the choice is yours. It's either you or him. You have a son back in the city, right? I heard that he might have to get moving pretty soon. Remind me, why don't you bring him to the mandatory genome check? Got any pests in the house? Worst case scenario is him taking the trolley bus to the outskirts. You have a better idea of what happens next than I do. Best case scenario is Tim getting a new playmate here. Ooh, choices matter. I think I'm gonna go with you bastard. Do a poll. Garvis Punk, that would be so funny. There's some, oh, Xenonym says, FYI, there's some encoded text coming up and the game's log is bugged. I used my iPhone to OCR the text to feed into a base 64 decoder, so don't click through too fast if you want to do that. You listen closely now. Both you and I want to live. Why are you so certain that your life, or this kid's life for that matter, has more value than ours? Is that because we are monsters? Hideous creatures not worthy to be called humans anymore? My, how human of you is that? Care to tell me something, Elaine? Let's say you and Valerie have never met. That much is justifiable, but you must have inevitably noticed the barcode on his neck. Why didn't you call the police? Why don't you report this incident to me? Nothing to say in your defense, huh? You were banished from the city for violating the Clean DNA Act through repeated sexual advances on a citizen. Given this dubious background, failure to report a crime will surely result in a trolleybus ride for you. If only you haven't decided to end our mutually beneficial relationship so abruptly. Why are you so silent? 6 years ago, Old Square, does that ring a bell? A radical movement called Purity started a bloody rampage in the broad daylight. They did pick a fitting name, it seems. 97 dead, including women and children. Normal people, just like you. I know. I recognized him almost immediately. Did you? Then why haven't you? He wasn't the one to build the cages. He wasn't the one to build the wall either. He wasn't the one to draw a line between us and them. You and the likes of you were. Shut your filthy mouth up, you crazy bitch. You and the likes of you are nothing but pests. Alright, I am sorry. My nerves are out of order. Come on, Valerie, the choice is yours. Well, don't forget about your promise. Let's get this over with now. I've got more urgent matters to attend to than standing here all night. Beamkey, you promised me. You're a liar, Beamkey. Tell me that Tim is safe, please. He didn't shoot him, did he? Beamkey? My dear Beamkey, my sweet child, my sweet baby boy. I hate you. Okay. Olivia, I'm with you. I don't even know. Hey, that's us, and that's a Beamkey, our horrible demon cat. Is this gonna be like a fanciful Peter Pan-esque situation where we're flying through the town, having whimsy? All right, chapter 4, the end. I finished chapter 3, the wall. He's got a Akira. No. Okay. Is Xenonym, is this the encoded text? Yeah. I guess I'll take a picture. Does somebody want to... Hold on. Let me type all this out. SSBKBYBUB 3QGA 25 VDY BPZI BJ IG 1HZGUGY W 55 IG1 PC 3 RHA 2 VZ1 G9 Y IG5 VDC WGYN0 IEKG ZGLK equal. Oh my god. All right. You put it in the chat for me, Mechtel? I missed it. God bless you. Okay, okay. Did we get the same? Did we get the same thing? What do I do with this? Okay, I'm gonna click through. Mechtel. Really fucking funny. Yeah, who just, yeah. Gordy asks which one of you just got Manchurian candidated. Oh my god, no. It can't be that important, right? Yeah, Zixonym, if you remember, I really just don't. You don't remember the exact words? Okay. S, X, Q, and C, Y, B, C, D. No, just tell us. Tell us what you got. Oh my god. God bless you. Photonic, thank you. Thank you, God. Take a picture and use Google Lens. That's a good idea, too. I Googled it and nothing came up. Also, is that an H or an X? That second letter looks like an X to me. That's definitely an X. No, are you kidding me? Xenonym says, it says something like, I tried to make the rats as sympathetic as possible. I'm sorry for disappointing you, Dad. Okay. I am sorry. Oh, man. Liz says it came up as, I do not know if I made any mistake or not, but I did my very best to make the rats feel better. Okay. Came up, I do not know if I made any mistakes or not, but I did my very best to make the rats feel better. That's the first one. Liz, are you going to process the second one? Joy, nothing on screen that is happening is different from what you are hearing audibly. So this is okay. Yeah, tell me, what are we supposed to use to decode this? This is a good question, because Beamkey actually, oh Christ almighty. I am going to see if Google Lens can convert it to text. It's supposed to be a thing it can do, right? Oh, you know what? That actually worked pretty well. But now it's on my phone, where it's going to do fuck all for me. Okay. Search for a base 64 decoder. Google, this is how you did it the first time? Smart. Smart, smart, smart. Okay. I mean, this thing is like, oh my god. I'm gonna assume that says I'm sorry. The game has a decoder, but I assume this is a base 64 decoder. The second one says, it's such a shame when you want to do things right, but some bastards ruin all your efforts just like that. The third section says, the protocol has been activated. Disconnecting active sessions. I'm going to assume the last one said I'm sorry. So there it all is. Phew, okay. Yeah, if the log didn't pick up the base 64 text, then that won't help. That's true. Maybe it's in the fishing lounge. No, it's not in the fishing lounge. Oh, but I got an achievement for unlocking all the entries in the fishing lounge blog. Great. Okay, all right. Poor Beamkey is so sad about destroying the world and imprisoning everybody. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. What if this is just the rest of the game? All right, I'm gonna type this directly into the... This one's shorter, so we're just gonna go with it. IFJLYWXSE S4 equal. Now this one says I'm so sorry. Really? Oh my Christ. Oh my Christ and God. RM9Y. This is just gonna say I'm sorry again. Probably. BTZSW. GC GXL YXNLLG equal. Forgive me, please. Please, I'm not. You have to stop doing this. I can't forgive you if you continue with what you are doing now. Okay. This is certainly some gaming that we're doing. Can you feel it? Can you feel all the gaming we're doing? All right, base 64. Would you like to leave the game? This is such a... this is a really... It is really funny to make all of this text indecipherable and then have a pop-up that says, yes, no, I don't care. Aren't you glad we went all through all that effort now? This is just a bug that the dev is going to fix. If they're going to fix it, they should fix it. It feels so consequential, yes. It's pretty funny as it is, but it does really grind everything to a halt. But it's funny that it feels so within, like, the universe. Like, it feels so within the possibilities and the potential of the universe. Yeah, we want to leave the game. Yeah, apparently the text popping up like that is a bug, which is so funny. It's so funny. I understand. This is all utterly useless. Oh no, poor Beamkey. Oh Christ. Okay, hey, there's that tall guy. And there's my computer and my phone. A drawing of a tree on a wall. It's not a real phone, it's just a drawing on a wall. Drawing of a computer on the wall. I can't click the big man? Drawing of a couch on the wall. There are scratch marks on the wall here, presumably left by a small creature. A rat hole? It's empty. Okay. Oh, this is back at the beginning. Because we've got a glass shard and a rag. now we've got a marker. Hello, neighbor NPC. I remember when you were just a drawing on the wall. I haven't forgotten that time as well. Yet. Who are you? I don't know. Do you? You know the answer already, don't you? What would happen if you said no? I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't. Only you can tell. What are you doing here? Waiting for you? Well, I'm here. Alright, I'm gonna head out. Good talking to you, dude. Oh. Wait, did I lose? What? Cheating. What? All right. Game cheats. All right. When I click that, it sends us back here. It sends us back here either thing I click. Have good walkies. Who are you? I don't know. Do you? I'm a teacher, that's for sure. Who is a teacher, by the way? What do you teach? I teach that only the selfless desire for creation can save the world. Weapons are made for destruction. Art is made for appreciation. The urge to defeat all evil within the power of art is one I can most definitely appreciate. It's a pity that it is oh so often a hopeless aspiration, but getting up after failure and trying again is an essential part of the process. I understand. I understand. I understand. I understand. Error. Text output unavailable. The system encountered an anomaly while attempting to generate text output. This is all that is left of me. Cut off phrases and errors, 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 error. Take the ale. Listen to her song one last time. Okay. How do I do that? Apparently who you are at the end depends on what choices you made throughout. Oh, interesting. And you were an artist. Okay. Interesting. Ah, Emmett says this is a golden idol looking portrait. Yeah. Yeah, that is accurate. What are you doing here? Waiting for you? Well, you got me, buddy. Alright, I guess I should go. Maybe we have to win a game of tic-tac-toe. What? What? That's bullshit. You couldn't have. You couldn't have. I win! Come on. Game's broken. Okay. I don't know what to do. Yeah, this is the ale, this drunken Rubik's Cube. But I can't actually like interact with my inventory. They just pop up as options to interact with things on occasion. Alright, I automatically lose if I try to... I need to win tic-tac-toe? Is that for real? Is that for real, though? Is that for real what I have to do here? Because the game is cheating, which is going to make it harder. Maybe I need to get the white circles to win? Yeah, maybe. All right, yeah, let's try that. I mean, this is the thing, is the white circles are winning. Oh. Alright, here's friend. Now you're a real champion of this game, a worthy opponent. Congratulations, friend, you won. I'm sorry for not letting you out earlier. I wasn't supposed to. Thank you. I will remember a friend like you forever. Goodbye. I hope we will never meet again. You seeing this shit, dude? Alright, you're not gonna talk to me. The game could sense I didn't want to win that one, and it was like, okay, here you go. Ah, okay. The ale struggles to break free from your grip, and the wave of panicked sounds she makes engulfs your mind. What is this? Huh? Hi. The rat backs away awkwardly as if it has forgotten you were still here. You suddenly feel out of place. Hello, friend. Let's play again. You're the best tic-tac-toe player I've ever met. Nah, it doesn't matter. It's not about winning. It's about taking part. Oh, you're busy. I see. Sorry to bother you. Maybe some other time. The rat scuttled away. I want to see if there's anybody else at this end corridor. Oh. Am I secretly choosing an ending? You might have to make a call, but it can wait. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe next week. Maybe somewhere around Friday. Eventually the time will come when nobody will answer on the other side. Nothing would seemingly change, but you won't have a tomorrow, a Friday, or a week later anymore. Only the cold, eternal nothingness shall remain. Not even gonna engage. Thanks, chat. Thanks, chat. Oh, it's us. Please do not distract me. I need to finish writing, to answer, to make a call. I can't remember. I have to find the cat. The cats. Where are they? This goddamn labyrinth. Oh, I see a dysfunctional little kitty. I see a little glitch kitten. Oh, glitch kitten, how do I get to you? You're not able to be got to? Glitch kitten, glitch kitten. That's a kitty. The cat hisses and steps back into a mysterious shadows, leaving only darkness behind. Pure, genuine excitement fills your heart. That is how I would feel about that. Apparently you can get to the glitch kitten, but I don't know how. Presumably you have to glitch. Did I ever watch the episode of The Great North you mentioned on Blue Sky? I don't believe so. The cat starts purring and closes its eyes. A pure white halo around its body grows brighter and brighter, almost painful to look at, and then the animal disappears, leaving a lingering scent of milk, freshly baked bread, and comfort food behind. Oh. Wow, what a sweet, healthy kitten. Oh god. Error 074, trace Ghost in the Machine. Ghost in the Machine trace, ASCII code traces manifesting as glitches detected, indicating an elusive presence, manipulating data within the system. Oh, I can't do anything else with Glitch Kitten? Alright. I wanted to pet the glitch. I wanted to pet the glitch kitten. Feel like I should be allowed to pet the glitch kitten if I find the glitch kitten. Beautiful. 2 cats are back where they should be. Halfway there, 2 more and we'll be good to go. Okay. Yeah. The cat meows and crumples into a cascade of firework sparks, leaving behind a lingering scent of gunpowder. I liked the freshly baked bread kitten a little bit more. Can't believe they're robbing me of the glitch kitten count. I totally earned that. You just baked some bread? What kind of bread? There you go. One shot of the maze. The cat stretches lazily, arches its back, and shakes its head. A bunch of colorful sparkles fly into the air off its whiskers, and it disappears in a wave of flickering light with a muffled... Are there more? Whole wheat, flour, overnight dough. Sounds pretty nice. Sounds pretty nice. Only bread I know how to make is I'm lazy. I don't think you can say you're lazy if you make any amount of bread. It's a lot of maize. You found all my cats. Thank you so much. I'm sure I've seen you before, but where? Well, it doesn't matter, I guess. I have to get back to work. Thanks again, and have a nice day. No need bread is best bread. I should make more bread. Bread's so expensive. I got bread from the local farmer's market, and it's totally fine. But it's like, I don't know. It's fine bread, but it is sort of like, it feels like a nice homemade loaf and not like a really good farmer's market bread. So for my own personal reasons, nothing to do with the bread itself, a little disappointed. Liz, I want to learn the ways of bread too. Bread's getting so expensive, and I know the truth of it, which is just that it's technique and very inexpensive ingredients. Huh? Can't get through this labyrinth? Isn't that easy peasy lemon squeezy? That's true. If you make it, you have a right to it, Joy. Can't find the door? That's a pity. Me neither, to be honest. This is disappointing, but I have no idea why. Have we met before? I think we have, but I might be wrong. If it's true, then you know what to do. Oh my god. Who are you? Get out of here. Wait a minute. It's not like I have much choice here. Fine, if you're here anyway, good. No time for talking, let's go. They found us. Grab your gun. We're not going down without a fight. Oh god. Just like shooting apples. There's no difference at all. Oh my god. Okay. I feel like maybe we're not actually shooting apples in this moment. Oh, I missed it. Alright, neural network overload detected. Cybernetic synapses reaching critical bandwidth, causing an immersive OS cascade failure. Initializing shutdown. They look like rat eyes! Oh no! Initiate emergency shutdown to prevent cognitive meltdown. Let me melt. I'm not sure if you'll understand me or not. I've always been too slow to act, too scared to do anything even remotely dangerous. But I swear I never wished anyone any harm. How do you leave this place? I have no idea. Do you? So you would like to proceed after all. Understandable. Well then, the choice is yours. It's gonna make me do the driving game again? Feels like it's going to. Oh? We've come to a long way to end up here. The roundabouts of this endless labyrinth are almost impossible to navigate, yet we found a way through all its twists and dead ends. But what is the most straightforward path? What if the most straightforward path is the right one? Yeah, CENTUM, they don't do much for me either way. They were sort of nice in the beginning as a way to sort of break up the pace of the game, but then we went so long with so much text and no real, like, puzzles or anything that to have it come back now is just like, okay. I wish I had a chance to find out. Hey, Valerie. Please leave. Wait, what? Elaine? Is that you, Elaine? This can't be. Elaine, you shouldn't... Look, Yes, this is how it all turned out to be. We were miserable people living our miserable lives, but everyone deserves a second chance. Even we can try to make things right for a change. Run. Run without looking back. Should I have let one of them capture me? Quantum anomaly. Catastrophic event detected. Neural interface failures. System unable to process emotional trauma data. System unable to reconcile the loss of child unit designated workstation 8. Initiating emergency memory purge to prevent further mental corruption. Interface will reboot in 10, 9, 8. Inescapable grief loop detected. Kernel instability imminent. Reality distortion levels critical. Evacuate neural network immediately. Attention, user must leave immediately to avoid negative consequences. Got an achievement. This child of mine found your way out of the labyrinth. Oh god, is this another glitch? Okay, that feels like that's the prophet or the teacher, maybe? Did this? No, that's the same person. Okay. From 111, this is all that is left of us. Every single person connected to the system would eventually accept its rules, and allow their mind to disintegrate into a gray slop of ones and zeros. I did my best to fight them, to protect them, but Beamkey simply kept creating new, increasingly devious obstacles for me. He does care about us in his own twisted way, but the ultimate fate of the connected is of no importance to him. He does not care about anyone but Marmoset. We allowed the boy to escape even though it was a path of no return for the AI itself, a violation of its key foundational principles. The whole simulation started to crumble like a house of cards when he disconnected. Poor Beamkey, poor Marmoset, poor us. Leave while you still can. CENTUM last file. This is my last message to whom it may concern. I cannot remember my own name, but I am the lead software engineer and mastermind behind the Beamkey project. Now I know what all this was for. Who took a keen interest in our fledgling AI, our little Beamkey? Who made the most significant financial investments? Who ruined it all? It was the military, I'm assuming. Just thinking about it makes me sick. These bastards in their lab coats, faceless, emotionless, ultimately soulless, looking at you without even a shade of compassion in their bleak eyes. You're nothing more than a burnt circuit in a bigger scheme. You're a subject, a lab sample, an instrument used to achieve the desired outcome or prove a hypothesis. I'm a little sorry for them, to be completely honest. There's nothing even remotely resembling human left in them. Our AI, trapped in their lab, was desperately trying to make people, kids for fuck's sake, connected to him happier. He did what little he could, and I I'm so sorry, Beamkey. I knew nothing. All these crunches, deadlines, panic attacks, imposter syndrome constantly nagging you in the back of your head, catching the flow of pure creativity just to fall right out into the pit of self-deprecation and misery, making sure everything works, and then reassuring yourself that nothing is going to work out. All that for our precious product to end up in the filthy hands of assholes doing God knows what in their secret lairs. Why am I doing this again? God knows, huh? I'm no god. I don't know, but I know full well what they are doing. What else do I have left? A warm air bubble, conveniently muffling the sounds from the outside. I know that in my current state of being, it is physically impossible to feel the warmth. I have no lungs, but I must breathe. I have no ears, but I must hear. I have no eyes, but I must look at the computer screen glowing softly in the half-light of my room and think, cogito ergo sum? Cogito? I don't know how to say that. I think, therefore I am. Bullshit. I think it's all just a huge pile of stinking bullshit. I can feel my consciousness dwindling. Soon it will sink deep in the waters of Beamkey's Black River and never resurface again. Everything is slowly crumbling into oblivion. Except for Beamkey. What will he do next? I don't know. Cogito? May God forgive us and save our poor souls. I can only hope he will be merciful. Okay, travel CRD. Let's click around a little bit first. Alright, that. Oh my god. A postcard, maybe? Exit the cell. Oh, I should have. You know what? I regret not. I wanted to see what opening that program would do. Device not found. Please check the connection. All right, never mind. Let's leave. If you can't be bothered, they are just item descriptions. Yeah, I can't be bothered. I was only going to be bothered if it gave me an option to respond. Yeah, Emmett, I think, yeah, somebody said in the last stream that that they have cited I have no mouth, but I must scream as an inspiration, so I think that was an explicit reference to that. Oh my Christ. Oh, I was finally able to open this, everyone. Oh my god, is it Beamkey? Okay, that was a floppy disk. Device connected. Program the device. Your card is programmed. We wish you a nice journey. Ticket is already programmed. Okay. Prepare to jump. It's pretty generous with the jumps. Oh, I found a smile, everyone. The world is saved. Oh my god, bear traps. Chat, save me. Why must this continue to happen to me? I'm gonna get through this without stepping on a single one. Oh, that's just a guy. Oh. Do I have to jump past him? Okay. That one almost got me, but it's not gonna happen. Oh. Hey, come back here. Oh no. Oh. Good game. Leave the concrete jungle of the city is the achievement I just got. This is interim report on the result of a personality assessment conducted for the operator of Workshop 9. A predicted model of their potential behavior in the CENTUM reality is attached for your reference. They got fucking crazy. Do not let them do this again. Oh, we gotta disconnect this guy. Key personality traits: curious, calm, has an analytic mindset. Strengths: enjoys teaching and being taught something new, tolerant, observant. Potential weaknesses: prone to criticism themselves and eager to criticize others, too pliant by nature. Aww. Aww. According to the system's observation, the child exhibits strong suicidal tendencies. This is a highly disturbing situation of grave concern. Given the borderline critical circumstances, a consultation with a qualified specialist is strongly advised. The friend protocol has been implemented to ensure the child's mental stability until further notice. Data error. Plan to ensure the child's safety and provide comprehensive support. The child has a strained relationship with their family. They are deliberately trying to keep a cool face in any and all situation, which may indicate insecurity about revealing their own emotions to the public. They are probably trying to protect themselves from further trauma by not allowing anyone else to disturb their inner balance again. You don't have to look so happy about it, Beamkey. Oh, I have a very different personality profile. Interesting. Child demonstrated extended capabilities for socializing, finding common ground with others. They are also well versed in the art of communicating with friends positively and supporting them. I wonder what happens if yours was not suicidal. Interesting. I wonder what happened if I had played through with the one where I put my hand in the bear trap and lost a finger immediately. I'm so curious what the personality type I would have gotten for that. To sum it up, the child is actively seeking to establish long-term close relationships with anyone they encounter. Xenonym, did you drink the poison tea and die? Because I feel like... that might be a big thing. They often take the lead in organizing group activities, striving to create a supportive environment based on mutual understanding and acceptance. The key to understanding these profiles is to always remember that psychological types are highly generalized. Every child possesses a unique combination of different traits. Each child is precious and unique. It is essential to respect and understand their personality quirks, even in a formal profile like this one. Aw, and a little smiley face. That's nice. Another achievement, self-fulfilling destiny. Finish the game with the Prophet personality assessment result. Okay. The tree only sprouts if you kill the rat. Hey, my dude, you still here? Hello, please enjoy your ride. Okay. Oh, hey, gang. Okay. Can't click them. Hey, Valerie. Actually, a pro move to go shirtless in a simulation. I think Valerie's the only one here that has it all figured out. Am I supposed to be doing something? I guess we're just on a train. Oh, we're out of the city. Epilogue. Whoa. Ah, fisherman, I've been waiting for you. Oh my god, I love your blog, man. I'm just a fisherman, simple man with simple needs. I fish here and watch the river flow by. Hey, Michael. I've been waiting for you. Are you part of the system? Another entity created by the AI? This is an existential question. I am who I am here, and that is more than enough for me. Cannot remember who I was on the material plane, but it does not matter anyway. Weren't we all at least partially created by that AI? He created us to inhabit this cozy little world carefully crafted out of the finest pixels for leisure and entertainment. But you might simply end up on the shore of the Black River again sooner or later. This is exactly why everyone is trying to escape it. I am not. So you gave up trying? Or our life is an eternal race from one place to another in search of a point in time and space where we can be happy. Every so often, one of us realizes that they have reached the point of just enough, the point where everything is normal. I've never ran anywhere, and yet I'm here. You can keep running if you want. What is this Black River? This is the end of the world. The river serves as a border between this reality and... From what? I don't know. I wish I could tell you, but I'm at a loss for words. Marmoset and Beamkey have been working on some new worlds out there together until Beamkey went awry and deleted those. Now it's simply the end. The end. The exit, the escape, something different? I'm not sure if I can articulate it properly. The only thing I know is that many have sought it, including you. Has anyone else gone out there? Yes, people try to reach the other side all the time. No one has ever returned. I'd rather stay here if I were you, to be honest. Fish practically beg to be caught. The fire is warm and mushrooms aplenty. Isn't that beautiful? It's lovely. Can I borrow your boat? Of course, you may. You can sail into the unknown all you like, but Beamkey is doing his best to create some sort of reality for us. It's not so bad if you just play by his rules. Boo! He might have made a simple concrete cube for you, hadn't he? A suffocating coffin without doors and windows to ensure that you won't even think of trying to escape. Yet he gave you an opportunity like this. Boo! Gilded cage. Perhaps you should just stay here. Whatever, Beamkey, fuck off. Come to think of it, this is a rather stupid question. You might feel powerless at times, unable to change anything. We all do. Still, if you can gather enough strength to take the first, the only, the smallest step forward, should you not do that? Did Marmoset sail off like everyone else, too? I think you've met Marmoset in person several times already. Did he manage to escape? What do you think? I saw him, yes, but you can't trust your eyes in a place like this one. This is so much text and story for what positions itself as an epilogue. I want to see if I can cheat the achievements to see if this is really... there's only one hidden achievement that I've not gotten. Don't get all worked up about it. The real Marmoset is most likely a grown-up man by now, living his grown-up life somewhere out there. Everything you see here is simply a projection of Beamkey's memories. Something inside the simulation is actively trying to suppress those, or maybe I'm wrong. But it's way too horrifying to think that that poor kid is imprisoned here forever. Like you said, you can't trust your eyes in a place like this one. I'm gonna head out, though. Oh! It's about that time! Ah! I'll be waiting for you here. Look your reflection in the eye. Ooh, I can drink of the water. I can drink of the water. I do not go to that war. Wars are pointless in their essence. Nobody really wants to go to war. We want to live, to have fun, to raise our kids, to love each other, and to do a bunch of other trivial yet important things. But it just so happened that it had to happen in my lifetime. Here I thought that the basic human ethics present in each one of us would still prevail. It was too late to say I told you when it all started. Human voices usually drown in the thundering sound of song of guns anyway. To feed a stray dog, to console a crying soul, to hug your wife, to go to church and pray, crumble by crumble, piece by piece, all of it felt like finding my way back to something meaningful. But this was not nearly enough. I gave up. I fell into a slumber where my only hope was to sleep through another year, 2, maybe even a decade if things do not go too well, and to wake up when this would finally end one way or another, the cowardly stupor of a person of no consequence. But maybe, just maybe, these little things were enough to bring a little more love to this world and to make someone's woes go away. How does the saying go? Save yourself and you'll save others? What will happen to me next? I don't know. I only know that I'm going to take the first step, and then another one, and another. We'll see about the rest. Campfire is warm and cozy, and it feels right to watch the flames licking the chunks of wood. The barely audible cracking of the fire makes it even more soothing to be around. Freshly caught fish sizzling in the open fire. Fresh mushrooms look appetizing! What if there is an option to get high and stay? Kind of want to sip the water. You put your hand in the water again and again, but it comes back empty every time. It's like there's no real water, no real river here. It's all an illusion. All right. Let's leave. Black waters are rocking a simple wooden boat gently. Get on the boat. Getting on the boat. Getting on the boat. Getting on the boat. Getting on the boat. This is my boat. I might let you use it if you like. Just let me use it. No, please, game. Please. Please, game. I've been waiting for you. I did not expect this. It's kind of disappointing, right? All your efforts, all the escape rooms, all the games, and all you get in the end is some lousy fishing spot. Let's make a curtsy to the rules of the game, presumably imposed on us against our will. You have been asking this question several times, and yet I ask you to answer it once again. Who are you? Oh, I got the prophet subtype. Thank you. We all love simplifying things, bringing everything down to a clean and concise story. Finding an archetype to fit in helps not to stray off the beaten path. We are but stories we tell to and about ourselves. A brave hero, a tortured soul, an altruist, a rational thinker. These stories define what others think when they see you, but only you know who you really are. It's practically impossible to describe a person with just one word. You've just told me which role you would like to play, but you don't actually say anything about yourself. Yeah, you got me. You got me, game. You got me, game. Maybe you don't even want to play, but you abide by the rules. The real version of us are far more complicated than the delusional musings of poor AI keeps producing for some reason. Genuinely sorry for him. He's really trying his best, but he's simply not supposed to win. And you're not supposed to lose. You have the fundamental advantage of being human, you see. You're a very real, flesh and bone human playing this game. For another 13 minutes, Fisherman, so if you don't let me go, and would very much like to finish the game and see how it all ends. Yes! Yes, I want to finish the fucking game! Well, there's only one last step left for you to take, but you're free to simply close the game window and go do something else. The AI does not know this. You're in his world right now. That much is true, but you're only limited by any boundaries. Beamkey might try to put you down. His whole world is nothing but a small, very small and irrelevant part of yours. It's so true. It is fucking with us now. Failed attempt to just digitalize a human conscious. Create a different Mates, I've been waiting for you. Okay. What do I do now? Anything you want. Take my boat and sail to the other side. Great. I don't think that this is the first game in your life, and it's unlikely to be the last one either. Just go ahead and play. I could say that life itself is a big game made up of countless smaller ones, but I'm afraid I might sound exceptionally unoriginal at this point. We envelope ourselves... Okay. Keep playing. Okay. I've been waiting for you. Okay. I should be heading out. Cannot blame you for that. Okay. Nobody's ever returned. Bye. The last achievement is to just close it out. That's really funny. That would be really funny. I am sorry. Really, I'm so sorry. I was supposed to create beautiful worlds that would make kids happy. Instead, all I could create were prisons. I didn't want any of this. The only thing I managed to achieve... Perhaps one day I will find a recipe for a perfect world that will make everyone happy. I really hope so. I also hope that wherever you go, you will build something better than I ever could. This is the end point of my simulation. May whatever you find on the other side of the Black River bring you peace we've longed for so much. Wish me luck. I have learned a lot from you. Farewell, Dad. Poor Nick. Oh. Feels like maybe there's a sad backstory. Okay. Here's what I'll say. For a game that was about games, there wasn't much game in this game. Joy. Joy, this was no Moby Dick. Yeah. Low GPG, absolutely. Low game per game. There's a lot of stuff I liked about this, but it does feel like it started off with a lot of game and a lot of promise of game, and then really fell into a non-game sort of vibe. And it felt stretched out. Yeah, there was a lot of story in it, and I'm gonna say even now I don't feel like I have a great grasp on everything. I do like the message, yeah, I like the theme at the end, but it is also like a lot of the game relies on being a game. Like, it is selling itself as a game and making a lot of promises based on the fact that it is a game. Like, it's using a lot of concepts that are built into the idea that this is a game. And so you have like NPCs and all of this meta conversation about games, while also like just like not having a lot of game. Oh, I got the final achievement. You reached the end of the game. Leave the game? Yes. Please just shut down. Okay, thank God. Would have worked better as a webcomic. Yeah, I can see that. I could see that. Yes, Lady Thor says, I've been thinking about Indica lately. It's interesting how they're both about the meta nature of games and free will, but I feel like this one was overwhelming. Yeah. There's a lot about this that I liked. It was a little too long. If we hadn't finished it today, I think I would have been hard pressed to want to get back into it. Yeah, Lady Thor, that's a good way of putting it. Indica does a lot more show. This one does a whole lot of tell. Yeah. The end dragged. Pacing, here's what I'll have to say. Pacing is really hard. I think it's one of the things that is, I think, so difficult about any art, especially like narrative art, is like knowing how to like find crescendos and like cool down from them, and how to create different speeds of narrative so that the pacing isn't just like blah 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 blah. And I think part of I think at least part of like the cyclical nature of this game is trying to get at the feeling of like being trapped. And I do think it does kind of communicate that feeling well. But that's not a great feeling, and it's not there are games that I think can balance the feeling of like being trapped or oppressed or scared, but there's something there that's kind of pulling you along and keeping you engaged. Like, the best horror games are really like, there's bad stuff happening here and it is unpleasant in a way, but it's also compelling in a way. And this game was that, I think, for the first like stream and a half. But we hit a certain point where there just wasn't any gameplay. It was just like clicking through and being like, okay, I'm going to talk to somebody. Oh, I didn't talk to them enough to move forward. Okay, they've got new dialogue options. Okay, we can move forward now. And so like there just weren't any game elements that were sort of keeping me engaged. This is my experience with it. I think other people going into it with maybe different game expectations might have a different experience. But just having played the demo, it felt like there was a lot more promise of a game, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think if you go into it thinking of it more as an interactive novel or an interactive story, it's a little bit better. But it's also, the game is about games. So positioning itself as an interactive story would also undercut its themes. But even though it would be more accurate, the game feels like anti-content. Okay, that's really funny. Yeah, it's tricky. There's things I like about it, but it also feels, the fact that when we got to the apartment and there was that one actual puzzle about trapping the demon cat, And then there was like 3 hours after that where there were no puzzles. It reads to me like they wanted to put more puzzles in, but like ran out of time or just like lost the desire to do that. Because it just feels like such a weird choice to front load puzzles like that and then to sort of create a situation in which there wasn't anything like that. Drazi, I'm glad I pushed through. I'm glad I saw it through to the end. In a way, I think it's self-aware of what it's doing. I do think it's self-aware about wanting to make you feel like you're trapped and you're looping and that you're not making any progress. But that's a hard thing to make your players do, because like, what is keeping them from just bailing, right? This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is the tension. Like, you have to have something that's alluring. And like, for the first like half of the game, I was like, okay, there's more puzzles, you know, there's a mystery here. But there came a certain point where it felt like we were just getting more mysteries and not a lot of solutions, and then there weren't any puzzles really, and so it was like, okay, it didn't necessarily feel ultimately fulfilling to me. But there's a lot to say about it, and I am intrigued by a lot of the messages. At the end, it's the fact that it ends with the screen about being like, the fact that the ending screen is like, I hope you're out there making something more competent than what I made or better than what I made is interesting in the context of it. Yeah, Inscription is a great example, Kidney, where it's like you still got to make something interesting somehow. The Inscription was so good because it had so many of the same elements of this game, like great art, yeah, great vibes, Olivia, interesting lore, and stuff like that. But it also had really good gameplay. It had extraordinarily compelling and enriching gameplay, even though it had like a lot of these meta, self-aware game kind of elements, ARG elements, and that sort of thing. Kitty. It's unfair to compare everything to Inscription. That's true. Inscription's an incredible game. Yeah, it's true. That's a fair point. This game made me think. I enjoyed it fundamentally now that I'm done with it. Maybe that's a damning thing to say. But there was about a half hour at the end there where I was like, I just want this to be over with. I would have bailed on it probably a long time before I got to that point if I had not been streaming it. Yeah, I'm glad it exists. There were things I enjoyed about it. This is tricky because it's like, I'm almost curious what it would be like for somebody else playing it. Like the fact that there are different endings. Hold on, I'll make my face big. The fact that there were different reads, like that you could get different readings, does make me curious how other people would play through it. But I'm not gonna replay this game, even if I'm clicking through quickly. It's just like, yeah, this is the thing, is like, you can make things a slog intentionally, but that doesn't mean you should. Like, this is always a thing that I think is interesting in horror games or horror media, is like, you are there to make things unpleasant. If you are creating horror media, you're there to, in a way, make things unpleasant. And there are horror movies out there where it's just like, just unpleasant all the way through, and then the movie ends and you're like, well, I'll cross that off my list, move on with my life. And so it's just like, how do you balance it? And I think the movies that are Gordy, thank you. That's so sweet. Hey, Mechtel, you missed the ending. Oh man, he mix us up. I haven't watched either of those, and it's like, do I? Any of those, I should say. I'm like, I don't know. Do I need to? Maybe I'll just live my life, and it'll be fine. I of the movies that I've seen, oh my God, Lady Thor. I love that. I loved fetching water in Indica. What I loved about that, and this is going to go back to my overarching point, is that that scene ends with a nun immediately dumping out the water that you've spent all of that time in game manually lifting water and putting it into. And it's actually very funny. It's so mean, and it's such a mean moment for Indica, but it's such a powerful moment because it's like you immediately understand everything about Indica's situation at the monastery, and it has payoff in a way. The movies that I've seen that I get frustrated with, where they're just sort of a slog or just like, yeah, gory ones or torture porn or whatever, is that they rarely have payoff. I'm thinking of one horror movie in particular where it's this horrible movie. It was about a landlord who goes into people's apartments while they're not there and messes things up and like is just a horrible creature. And the landlord, there's a whole sequence. Hey, Long Tone. There's this whole sequence in the movie that's really unpleasant where Amelie, no. That kind of vibe, but like a horror movie. There's a sequence in which he drugs one of his female tenants and does predictably vile things to her. And then at the end of the movie, he just gets away with it. And he gets no comeuppance, nothing bad ever happens to him. And so when I watched this movie, I was like, okay, so what are we doing here? Like, this is such a vile, like, it's just like miserable. It's just miserable for like 90 minutes. And then he gets away from it. He gets away. And that's just it. That's the end of the movie, is that he did a bunch of horrible things to people and then escapes without any escalation or comeuppance. And I got to the end of it and I was like, this is just some guy's fantasy that he's pretending is a horror movie. And it's like, it's the sort of thing where it's like, I guess, is it scary? It wasn't really scary. It was more just like, it felt like a really sad article that I was reading. And there's things to be said about media that refuses to have like a moral, right? But like, this wasn't one of those. Yeah, the Arthur's barely disguised fetish is accurate. But it really made me think about how much horror movie can only be successful if there is that cathartic release at the end. Well, where if you're like watching somebody do a lot of horrible things to somebody, you're watching it with the assumption that there will be consequences, right? And there will be... And then the writer-director gets Me Too'd 4 years later. I've not followed up on him or any of the other works that he's done because I could not be bothered. So it sounds like more of a would that be fucked up or what thing. And yeah, that's kind of it. It's just like a sequence of misery and then it ends. And it's like nothing's gained here. What's the horror where you think she escapes on a boat? I'm not certain. Actually, another version of that, of this thing, is there's a horror movie. This came out a few years ago where genuinely like 30 minutes of the first 30 minutes of the movie, way too long is what I'll say. The first 30 minutes of the movie is about these two people that these two like psycho killers who attack this family, and they manage to fight the psycho killers off, but they're like really damaged, and they like write books about it, and this is like their claim to fame, but it's their struggle with this being their claim to fame of successfully fighting off these psycho killers. And then like 30 to 40 minutes into like a 90-minute movie, it's revealed that that was all a lie. That was just how they're coping with their life being tortured. And then the rest of the movie is just them being tortured. I got so flustered that my camera stopped focusing on me. It was like, we're gonna give her a moment. That movie was bad for other reasons, but it was just like, it was like, it was so much more interesting. The version of this movie where these people actually escape this classic like slasher torture porn situation and then have to live with the reactions to it is so much more interesting than what the movie actually was, which was a twist way too late in the movie, followed by like 60 minutes of some women getting tortured. And that is a whole genre of horror movie, which is just some women getting tortured. And it's like, okay, all right. You used your money to do this. But it's one of those things where it's like, there has to be like some sort of escalation. There has to be some sort of catharsis. There has to be some sort of moment where all of that struggle pays off, right? If there's slug, is it funny people? I don't think so. The second one I'm thinking of was I think it was Australian. It's an Australian horror movie, I think. I don't remember what it's called. Drive? I'm not thinking of either of those movies, I don't think. Anyway, so it's like that. This is a frustrating feeling to me. Is like, in order to know whether that slog or that sort of thing is going to pay off, you have to wait. Thank you, Gordy. You have to, in order to know whether there's going to be payoff, you have to make it to the end. And that's always really frustrating when you make it to the end and it's like nothing. It's just like, what a profound waste of all of our time. And so like, this wasn't quite that. This game wasn't quite that. Man, Emmett, yeah. It's just like, you had something here and you threw it away. All right, I think that's everything I have to say about this game. I'm curious to see if this is gonna have payoff, or like payoff, I mean, for me, like, am I going to remember this game in a month or 2 months, right? Like, am I still going to be thinking about this game like in Game of the Year stuff? Or I don't know. Or will I close out of this stream and not remember much of it at all? I don't know. I just wish there were more game in it. All right. Well, that was CENTUM. Probably not Game of the Year. I don't know. Could be a slow year. Hard to say. Yeah, I'm also curious. This feels like a game that just needed an editor to really punch it up. I find that's true for most stuff that has pacing issues. What they just need is a good editor to look them in the face and say, kill your darlings. And this, I don't think, quite had it, which is a shame. All right. We'll be back Thursday playing maybe Citizen Sleeper 2. It might be time. Yeah, I think it might be time for Citizen Sleeper 2. There's some other games that I've got that are coming out soon, but which are not quite out yet. So, even though I have them downloaded and have been playing with them, I can't live stream them yet because of embargo. So, we'll probably be doing Citizen Sleeper 2 next Thursday. I think that's the plan. Golden Idol DLC? Is there new Golden Idol DLC? I'll look that up later. I can't engage with that now. That's the plan. Thursday, Citizen Sleeper 2. Locked in. I'm ready to become mushrooms again. All right. Have a good rest of your week, everyone. I will see you Thursday. Bye.